If you want to succeed in the modern workplace, communication is universally seen as one of the most important skills you need to master. The challenge with communication is we can all talk and we can all have conversations. The art is to know, are we truly being effective? Are we connecting with other people? Can we really help facilitate and explore a topic deeply? Hello, my name is Helen Bryant. I am the creator of GrowThink, where each week on this channel we bring you a lesson to help you learn the skills to thrive in your career. And today we are focusing on communication. I'm going to talk about what makes really effective communication. What are the skills you need to have absolutely nailed? And I'm going to share with you a hack that when I learned made such a difference to the way in which I could communicate and connect with other people. So we can all communicate. It's about being effective that counts. We all learn to speak and listen as children. And actually that's part of the problem, because as we've got older, communication becomes an unconscious act. We just do it. So therefore, getting our brain to move back so that we can be very conscious in what we are saying and how we are communicating and how effective we are is part of the challenge. So step one of really great communication is indeed mindset. It's being conscious, it's being open, and it's being curious. The trap that many of us fall into is well expressed by Stephen Covey in his book, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. He says, most people do not listen with the intent to understand. They listen with the intent to reply. We just can't help ourselves. As soon as someone says something, our brain immediately starts moving to, what are we going to say about that? What could we do about that? And before we know it, we're no longer listening. We're thinking about what we're going to say or what the answer is. Or at its worst, our mind just shoots off onto a completely different topic. We've all had that moment where we're suddenly like, what did they say? And we try and get focus back on. So that's the importance of the mindset. It's to be conscious, it's to be open, and it's to be curious, really wanting to understand what that person that you're speaking with has to say about whatever the topic is. So the second thing to do is to listen deeply. It's often called active listening. It is being able to listen to both what is said, obviously, but also hear what is not said. It demands a level of emotional intelligence and empathy. You need to be present in that conversation. So how can you listen better? I think there's 2 things you can do. 1, maintain that mindset. Focus, focus, focus. Really keep your brain orientated on what it is you're doing. But the second thing is a valuable tip, which is to get used to the silence. In fact, enjoy the silence. Because quite often what can happen is that you ask a question and the person starts thinking about it, but there appears to be a kind of gap, and you think, maybe they didn't understand me properly. So you reframe the question or add a bit on. Now the person's not just thinking about what you just said, they've had another thing to think about. You have to give people time to think, give them space. So you have to get comfortable with the silence. And that's particularly true for the more extrovert among us who just want to jump in and reframe or help them answer the question. Introverts tend to be a lot better at this. So learn from our introvert friends, but really be able to give people time to think and enjoy that silence. Step 3 of effective communication is to become a questioning ninja. You just have to be great at asking questions. Take that curious mindset and fire it off with lots of questions. Whenever I run workshops, there are 2 observations we get time in, time out, whether it's about running meetings or whether it's about managing or whether it's about selling. It's exactly the same insight. We tend to ask far less questions than we think we do, and we tend to ask a lot more closed questions than we think we do. So there are 2 types of questions: open questions and closed questions. Open questions are the ones that start how, what, where, why, when. They're the ones that get information. You can also use phrases like tell me about or explain to me, and then put a request on the end of what it is you want to learn about. But it's really important at the start to really open your questioning out so that you are finding out as much as you possibly can. Closed questions get the answer yes or no. So they bring the information right down. They normally start, is it, do you, have you, will you? And these questions are the ones which do have a really valuable role, and it is in clarifying and confirming understanding. So a very powerful way, if you found out lots of information, is to summarize what you have just heard, to clarify that you have understood, and then ask a question to confirm that. Did I understand that correctly? Have I got that right? Do you agree? So here comes the hack. I want you to think of a funnel. So when you are exploring a topic with an individual or with a group, think of it like a funnel. We're at the top here and we need to dig down. We need to keep coming down this funnel in order to understand that we have all the information attached with that particular topic. So that helps you stay in that open, questioning mindset as you learn more and more and more about the topic. And then at the end, as you come to the bottom of the funnel, this is the point to summarize what you have just heard and confirm that you have got it right. The funnel helps you work out where you are, because all too often people funnel hop. People ask a question, they get one answer, and then they jump to another funnel. The challenge is to work your way down the funnel. And then there's a really powerful question you can ask, which is, anything else? And this will take you back round to the top of the funnel if somebody has something to add. The more you do this to really explore topics with people or with groups, it will really set you apart. But the absolute strength of it is that you find out more about whatever it is you're talking about. And when we are in a fast-paced world in which we're quickly having to make decisions, it's important that we open up our thinking. It will help us get more creative solutions, and it will also help us make sure that we have really, really understood what is being said. And we're not just looking at and thinking about a symptom, that we're digging down to maybe the root causes of a problem. It's a very powerful tool, but even better, the person that you are talking with will feel like you are connecting, that you are hearing what they have to say, and that you're interested in what they're saying. The key to effective communication is 1, mindset. Be conscious, be open, be curious. 2, listen. Focus, 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 so that you are actively listening to what is being said, and get used to the silence. Enjoy that silence. And thirdly, adapt your questioning style to really understand the situation. Open questions to find out information, and close questions to clarify and confirm what you've heard. And remember the hack of the funnel. Know where you are. Am I just at the top? Is the more I can find out about this and funnel down before you summarize and confirm understanding. So what next? The way to improve your communication skills is to practice. Like all soft skills, so much of the learning is not in the theory that I've just shared. It's in actually trying it out and seeing what it feels like and testing different ways of doing things. And so you have to kind of commit to trying it out. And I challenge you that over the next 2, 4, 6 weeks, if you practice this, start a conversation with someone, practice these skills, and at the end think, what went well? What could you do that would make it even better, be even more effective? And keep doing that again and again. Over 6 weeks, you can step change your communication skills. You'll really start to realize what you're doing well and what's your weak point, what do you need to get better at. And so that's what I encourage you to do. Have a go and let me know how it goes in the comments below. If you've got any questions, again, put them in the comments below. If you found this video useful, please subscribe and like. It helps other people find our channel and our resources, and you'll get notified of each and every video that we release. Until next time.